Well, I haven't been playing much of this. I've come in a couple of times. I say I've come in a couple of times. Yesterday evening I actually came in and expanded on this area here. This was the cafe bit which you've seen obviously if you've watched the other part. But now you can come down here. And you can come down here. We've got a shark pond now. Don't want to be on that side really. And hidden under here we've got a scarecrow, creepy area. Then back up here we've got a train track. The trains are kept in that shed there. You can see there it goes all the way around so people can go for train rides. Here we've got our shark area. Got a nice solid wall, stop people playing with the fish. And then down here, we've got the go-kart track. So you start up over here. This is where your go-karts would be normally. At the moment, the go-karts have all been put away. Because obviously you can see it's winter. But the go-karts are in there. And if you come out in this area, we've got a little bit more of an area around here. And we've got another fish area. And this area I'm still sort of working on. I'm actually deciding what to do here. Now the thing is, it's one of these situations where, you know, we've done things like the train track, we've done things like this go-kart area here. But it's just having the items to place down to do this sort of thing. I mean, there are other things you can do, but you end up using the same things over and over. So I've been sort of waiting for updates to get more things. I'm sure there'll be one coming soon. They seem to come pretty frequent. I suppose what we could do here, we could line it with these things, mulberries, again. We put these mulberries, say, yeah, we'll just take it down here to sort of. Now I do want to leave one there, I think. So we'll just pop those down there. And then what we can do here is I wonder if we can put maybe that. I say that because it obviously you collect, I think you collect fabric from these mulberry things, so it'd be quite useful to have a, which is the front and which is the back. That's the back, I think. That's the only thing, there's nothing lines up because everything's offset. I suppose we could do that. And what have we got out here? Stone, so that. And we'll put that there. That there. And there, maybe? Yeah, that works. So we've got our greenhouse. So you can come down here and you can walk in here. Kind of need a border really for that because that's a bit. What would look good here? Fence? Or I think the wall's overkill. These might be a bit. I don't know, we could. We could just do that. That. I don't know if we can get one. Yeah, we could do it. that, I suppose. What I'd really like them to have in this game is these hedges, but like as high as her or higher than her, so you could actually make mazes. I know the camera you'd be able to see your way out, but you know, you can always come down to this angle. But just to stop people jumping over, because everywhere you go you can jump over. But if you actually had areas where you can't jump over, like say here, it would literally guide you. Say you had one on the other side, so you'd have to go down it, as opposed to just being able to shortcut over everything. So either a higher fences or probably hedges is best, because like I say, you could just build like mazes. Another thing that would be nice to see is with the tiles would be sand. If we had some sand tiles, because then you could put sand around the coconut areas and make it beachy almost. I mean, there's a lot of things you can still put into this game, but definitely buildings is going to be one thing. Now, what are we going to put here? So we've got this area here now. What about if we sort of thickened this off with a bit of forest? And if you come that way, you can't see down there till you actually get to it. You know, like a surprise kind of thing. Yeah, that might work. I know people are going to be like this quite often as well, but what trees should we think we should put here? These ones. That's the theme we got going on around here. Yeah, let's go with those. Let me put one here. We could put a little layer in here, maybe. We do that. We could. That's the trouble of trying to get rid of things sometimes. That way. That way. That's the only trouble when you do that, it rounds it. But I suppose it'll work. Now what I've been trying to avoid is, you'll see everything's well, the way it's built. I'm trying to avoid, you see all this sort of zigzagging and curving here and this kind of thing. I'm trying to avoid grid pattern stuff, because it's such an easy trap to fall into where you put everything into a big grid pattern. It's very hard with tiles, obviously, to not do grids, because things are based on grids, but things like this, just swerving that around like that. Now you have to use the terrain for that, obviously, because there'll be places where you can't place tiles like there. But you see, like, this is square, and this is what I'm trying to avoid, is having lots of square ponds with square pens for animals. Well, I mean, the pens are square, but like here, you've got sort of zigzag in there, not just grid pattern stuff, because I always find that it looks too organised. And if you want to sort of make things a little bit more naturey, straight lines are alien to nature. How many straight lines do you actually see when you look at nature? Actual, fully, 100% straight lines. Very few. Anyway, we've got our trees going all the way around. I've put limes because limes give you the biggest XP at present. There are some others that get close. Yeah, I like this area. It's a shame you can't put something down, because the trouble with this grass, having grass like this, is when people come in to the area, because I leave things so that people can plant and take away. I'm not sure if they can actually. They probably can't actually. No, I doubt they can. Thinking about it, I think they can only cultivate areas that you've actually turned into cultivating areas. I think that'd be classed as building. So we'll be alright. We'll leave it as grass then. Right. What else are we going to do? What else? we've got. I tell you, they need to. You know what they need? A train station, just a small one, or a train. Even if the train doesn't run, a train. Add some go-karts, or some kind of little car or vehicle. Radio control cars, maybe. That'd be cool. Let's do this. I know we've got loads of fish. Now with these ponds, I don't know if some people are aware, but when you actually fish in these ponds, like if they're bigger, I mean I click like that, obviously I've done this, but it would fish, and I can do this sort of 10, 15 times on a really big pond. You just keep clicking it. Otherwise you miss a lot of fish. So this area here is my next thing. I thought about like spreading the animals out up here, but it doesn't seem like the right area for that. We've got all the animals down here at the moment. I expanded the ducks. I made this bigger because I actually needed it for the quest. Even though I don't really do the quest much. You see here, like we feed them several times. It's the same with the fishing. You fish several times. The bigger it is, obviously. You see, that's 2. From that small pond. Maybe this one. Yeah. This is how you make lots of coins. These I did yesterday when I was making that bit over there. This is the only bit left I've got to get, and I've got 68 now, so I think I need about 71 or something weird like that. Let me have a look, and it's going to be really expensive. Property, so I need 71, and I can't remember. Yeah, it doesn't tell me at the moment. But you're going to need the diamonds, and I think the last property cost me 4,000 or 14,000 or something. It was a lot. So hopefully we'll have enough of those diamonds for that. We can collect them, but it just uses a huge chunk. When you first start off, it'll cost you like 100 or something, or 20 or something. Then when you get to the last ones, it costs thousands. So that's what will slow you down. So if you want XP and you don't want to invest anything into it, just plant, I don't know what thing, plant lime trees. You can get a lot from other things as well, like the new things coming, the broccoli, and that's quite good. You get good XP for planting it, not so much for harvesting it. Okay. Yeah, so I'm a bit what to do with this area. Let me go back to... I like these little trees. They work quite well in here. I like the big trees too, but for this area. That's an odd tree. Why is that tree there? We'll leave it there. So there was a little bit of land. Was it down here? No, there's quite a big bit of land. Or was it? See, again, you think what to do with this area, but again, it would just be fishing in, I suppose, because got so many fish around this place. Got a few sunflowers that need harvesting. Just a few. These are big XP too. Let me have a look. Yeah, 45 to harvest, 15 to plant, so 60. What was the... You'll see the tree. It's 54 and 35. 54 to plant them, 35 to harvest. It doesn't seem a lot, but you do get a lot of coins. And this one here is 65 to plant, 22 to harvest, so it balances out. What's that, 87, and that one is 89. And these actually, after saying a little some time back, I didn't see the use of these. When you get enough of them, they'll give you lots of diamonds and a fair bit of XP as well, so they're actually quite good. although you won't get any money for them. So as long as you've got the money to buy them, we're actually going to build that. Once we get that bit of land, we're going to extend on our trees like that, because I want the diamonds, because that's obviously when they keep adding stuff, you're using diamonds a lot of the time, and tickets, all those pink things. Yeah, where was that little bit of land I was looking at? Of course I used the path as you saw. Oh, this bit here, eh? Yeah, what can we put here? What's interesting to go here? No, that won't work. I mean, these things, cypress maybe. But, or shall we make something? I don't think we got one of those yet. We can put one of those somewhere. Or do we? Do we have one down here? No, so we could put one of those. It's not going to go there. We could put it next to that. That's a stop. Right. What else can we put here that's looks alright? Limited, very limited. Any of these things that might be cool? I mean, you got the well. We haven't got a well around here yet, I don't think. Could put a well in the middle somewhere, maybe. Put that there. Now those are stables. Now the things with the stables, I don't know if there's any animals coming later on. Maybe a horse. It would be quite useful, but I don't think stables here would be a good idea because there's nowhere to take the horses. A barn maybe? We could, which is the... tricky getting the right direction. Probably helps if I come out like that. Things like these stones. I suppose we could just put some of those trees on this side. Where are they? Decent. The short ones. Or should we go... In fact, we could put one of those there. Yep, that works. And then put those. Now around the back. Barrels maybe? No. No, I'm going to go with barrels. Or should we put them there? No, let's put them up there. There we go. And this side I'm going to have to think about. Like I say, we're sort of on the border here where we're going to start spreading into another area. But like I say, it would be nice to see some new items to add. Because the trouble is, if I put everything down, too much down, I mean, I've got a huge area to obviously cover. But if I put too much to start with, I'm going to have to start removing it all. And you actually lose money or diamonds a certain amount each time you recycle. just want to level up this tree. Right, well there we go. I'm going to go and get me an ice cream from the cafe. And yeah, we'll be back again in the near future.